Find a way to overcome lust. Find a way to overcome the demonic entities, the Lilith. This is the demonic spirit that I am battling with. This is a demonic spirit that basically is like an old hag, basically. It's basically like a night demon. That's what it is. The one that gives you sleep paralysis, the one that's what it is. And that's what I'm struggling with. I've been struggling with for years. It all started with a literal breastfeeding video that I saw accidentally when I was 8 years old, which is an insane way to struggle with something like this. That's exactly how it happened. And so, as I'm overcoming this, and I believe that very, very soon, if not then now, I'll fully overcome this. Because I've been pouring in the work for years. It's a long process, man. Especially at a young age. Some people, me personally only watched PORN for like 2 months. But the attacks that I've been getting since then are crazy. But anyways, that might be for another day. But I have to share these things on here. At least familiar spirits. This cultism. Try to get me initiated into stuff that I have no business being around or being in. That's what they try to do. They try to destroy it. Try to use, lust, because it opens the worst type of demonic doors to attacks and all types of stuff, into witchcraft. It's occultism, like Fortnite. Fortnite is a cult, because Fortnite basically entices and uses our weaknesses that we all have as human beings to be addicted to a video game and to spend unlimited amounts of money on the video game, especially kids, which is pretty much a cult, because you're manipulating somebody. Everybody manipulates, but there's a negative demonic form of manipulation by using somebody's weaknesses against somebody else to drain their energy, their time, and their resources, and their money, and their life, pretty much. Basically worshiping and idolizing a pixelated game that does not exist, that they don't even like to play. That is a cult, guys. Epic Games is the devil. They want your soul. Stay away from them. Activision, at least for Call of Duty, I don't know about these other games. But I don't know about these other games. I mean, it's on the Epstein files, 2013. The CEO of Activision talking about how can we get kids to spend money for the rest of their lives. You can go look this up yourself. Anyways, with the help of Mary at the back there. So people may be asking themselves, oh, isn't Mary black? Well, yeah, but this statue is in France. So she appears to people based off of their culture, how they are, and stuff like that. So that doesn't really matter. That's the Lady of Fatima. I mean, Lourdes. My bad. Lady of Lourdes. Oh, I'm very sorry, man. I gotta get my stuff right. So we say these prayers. I gotta pray more definitely. You gotta action. Once you gain the knowledge, guys, once you gain the knowledge and wisdom, once God supplies you with enough knowledge and wisdom, once you get enough experience, once you're out of high school, then you can really start going, bro. You could just start going, because you don't have high school to slow you down, because they're good, because these demons, they're devils, they're going to use these Rockefeller systems to slow you down, to drain your energy, to make you miserable. But now that once you get out of high school, once you graduate, bro, if you already have, bro, you're free, bro. You have the energy and free will to do whatever you want, because now you don't have high school. You don't have this Rockefeller system slowly holding you down. So you need to act, the law of action. In order to achieve something, you have to act. That's the law of action. So you put that into place. And law of attraction attracts who you are. The correspondence. Also, I think there's a law called law of consumption. Now I made this law up. I believe that this is a law where you are what you consume. I believe that's a real law because the Bible makes it clear that your eyes are lights to your body. So you basically that means that whatever you're watching, that's basically is either gonna be something good or something bad, which means the law of consumption is a real law, and it's basically you are what you consume because the eyes of a man are never satisfied. So if you're looking at dark stuff, wicked stuff, porn, stuff like that, then bruh, your body's gonna be full of darkness. But if you're looking at good things, they got things that benefit you, or you're watching things that align you with knowledge, stuff, and wisdom, then that is gonna put that you're gonna have light in your body. See, lights and darkness. So law of consumption is basically where you are what you consume. What you consume, that's basically who you are. Some people say that the music you listen to is how changes how alters how you see the world because music is a frequency. So you are what you consume. That's very, very true. And that's why I got to stay in the Word of God. Because if you're reading the Bible all the time, you're staying true to the church, you're watching stuff that talks truth, stuff like that. You have the knowledge and wisdom. You know, you're making sure you're protecting your eyes, all that type of stuff. Then you have lights in your body. This is in the Word of God in the New Testament. You can even see this in the book of Matthew. It talks about your eyes are a lamp to your body, pretty much. Wait, let me see if there's actually a law of consumption. Law of con Okay, law of consumption is probably gonna be for economics. Yeah, it's just economics. But I made this law up, law of consumption. Basically, you are what you consume. What you consume, that's that's what kind of creates that kind of what shapes your identity, or at least your conscience, your subconscious. That's why I have to create more do and consume, so that you could divide, so that you could balance out that energy. Because if you're just consuming, you're gonna become, the lighting is gonna go out. Because when a light bulb is used up, it gets, it gets, it ticks out. It goes off. So you want to keep this light on. You want to make sure you charge it. You want to make sure you put it to good use. Because if the light's always off, you see, here's an example. If my light's always off, I'm not gonna be able to see it. See, fear's gonna come in, chaos. It's just gonna be nonsensical. But if my light's on, I can see clearly. I can act accordingly. I can see everything for what it is. Some red pill stuff. Not the red pill you see in the world, because that's not the red pill. That's the that's the pink. I call it the pink pill. The pink medicine. It's a fake red pill. Anyways, you have to find something that overpowers that lust. Whether it's superhero stuff, whether it's action stuff, anime, I don't know. Well, not even anime, because that's full of lust. But whatever it is, find something that overpowers it. There's exercising, use that. But even exercising can become tiring. with interacting with people, bruh. I know it's difficult, but you have to shape your life the way you want it to by matching that frequency, praying for that life, knowing that you already have it, and it shall be yours. Whatever you ask for in prayer and you believe you already have it, it is yours. So you use that. You use all these laws. Have some resonance, familiarity with that with that life. Know it's already yours. Have that in your subconscious. Stop thinking about other people, other situations. I don't give a fuck about nobody else but myself. And create more than you consume.